G'day and welcome to episode 96 of the Guy Who Says podcast. My name is Sean and this is my weekly update where I share my quilting adventures. I'd like to welcome both new and returning viewers to the podcast, but if you are new, I'd love it if you take just a few moments to say hi in the comments. Come see what I've been working on, what I've completed, and any other exciting news. But let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. I had a good week. It was a lot of prep work, a lot of cutting, so I don't have a million things to show you, but that just means that next week I should have more to show you. The first thing I did was cut out the remaining pieces for the Mad Quilt Party, the White Rabbit block, which is the project I'm doing with Art East Quilting Co. This is the block that we're going to make. It's going to be the White Rabbit right here, along with this timepiece. I think it's going to be really, really cool once it's done, and all the pieces are now cut. So I should be able to go ahead and start sewing that and recording the time-lapse of that as well in the very near future. And then the other thing I've been working on, and it isn't completed, although it should have been, was the Clues 3 of the Carnival Puzzle Mystery Quilt by Cotton Cuts in the Bum Pop colorway. If you were watching a live yesterday, you probably noticed that I messed things up. I haven't finished these yet because I had other little projects to do, but these are the different pieces I have. And then if you want to see how not to do it, this is the block. This piece here really should be on the other side there. So me and my mate Jack will become very, very close friends in the near future. We'll just rip those pieces out and put them together, so we'll be able to have the completed part of that very, very soon. So that is it for me for works in progress, but I have a lot more to share, so don't run off just yet. So now it's time for our weekend review, and if you're new to the channel, this is just a series of videos I take during the week, mostly of me sewing, but also of the dogs and anything else I get up to during the week, so I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody what their favorite color or colors were to sew with, and I love seeing all the responses. I mean, I think we saw just about every color on the spectrum: red, blue, yellow, pink, green, purple, and so forth. I just absolutely loved reading all those responses. This week's question is something we talked about briefly a couple of weeks ago, but do you like to sew barefoot with socks or shoes on? Myself, I'm definitely a barefoot sewer. I like kicking my shoes off as soon as I get inside the house. During the winter, if it's the floors are really cold, I might put a pair of socks on, but I also have a nice rug underneath my sewing area, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. Let me know how you sew, if you have use socks or shoes, or you go barefoot like myself. So what are my goals for this week? Well, it's going to be the same as last week. I want to finish the rabbit, which is the pieces I just showed you a little earlier. I'd like to cut out the pieces for the wing monkey. I still haven't had a chance to do that yet. And then also finish Lorenzo's quilt, which is the somber one. I need to finish quilting and binding that one as well. Let me know what your goals are for this week. And so now it is time for questions and answers, and we have two questions I'd like to answer this week. The first one is by Marie John, and she asks, how much time do I have to quilt each day, and how do I manage my projects against time? The answer to that is it all depends. During the week, if I work in the office, sometimes I come home and I'm mentally exhausted, so I don't have a lot of time where I can actually focus on sewing, so maybe half an hour to an hour a day, and some days I take off. And on the weekends I tend to have a little more time because, I like to have weekends as my sewing time whenever possible. And how do I manage my projects? I don't like to have deadlines whenever possible, so that way I'm kind of free to pick and choose what project I work on, because I might want to work on this project this week and another project next week, and I like the freedom to be able to do that wherever possible. The other question that came in is by Margie Neal, and she asks, how do I organize all those tiny little pieces that I like to make for the Art East and Elizabeth Hartman projects? And it's all by using these little labels. As you can see, I have a little bucket right here, and that's how I store each project. And then I use these little labels right here. They're like 1-inch squares They're just printed on pieces of paper. I have different colors for the different projects, because I have like 3 sets of these. I just made them up on an Excel spreadsheet, and if you'd like a copy of that spreadsheet, I'll be more than happy to send it to you. Just send me an email as well. But I basically just use this, and then I clip it on to the fabric itself, just using a wonder clip here. I find it works really well, and each of these little wonder clips can hold up to about 10 to 12 pieces of fabric quite comfortably. Sometimes you can get a little bit more, but then you also run the risk of breaking the wonder clips as well. But that's how I keep it organized. It works really well for me. If you do some of these projects and have a different method, I would love to hear how you do it, because maybe you're doing it a better way than I am, or it would work for someone else as well. I'd love to hear that as well. So that is my questions for this week. If you have a question or 2 or 5 that you'd like to submit, definitely either put them in the comments or send me an email, and I'll feature them in a future episode. And so now it is time for the news and events. And the first thing is we're down to the last 3 days of the Vlogtober series, which is a daily video I've been doing showcasing a different quilt from the Mid-Atlantic Quilt Show. It's been a lot of fun, and tonight I'm going to showcase the best in show, and we have 2 more fun quilts. I know a lot of you have really enjoyed that series, and I have a special announcement about that tomorrow evening as well, so stay tuned for that. I am also very excited to announce that this Friday around, I think it's 9:30 or 10 a.m. Central, I will be part of the Cotton Cuts Grain Reveal of Village Green. I have been sewing this project for the last 9 months, and in the background I actually sewed the whole thing together because I got the clues early, and I'm going to be part of the reveal. I'm really excited to be helping with that project and be able to show it off just a little bit early. So I hope you enjoy me for that. I think they're going to broadcast it on Facebook and YouTube and that sort of thing there. So check out the Cotton Cut site for more details on that. Many of my viewers know that I help host a online quilt guild, and our next meeting is tonight, and I would love you to join us if you're interested. We start meeting at 8 o'clock. It lasts about an hour, and it's a very low-key, laid-back meeting, and basically what we do is a lot of show and tell, and then any other business that we might have, which is usually not a whole lot. So I'd love for you to join. Duck over to our Discord group and go to the Quilt Guild section, and you'll have the information, including the link to the Zoom. But if you have any issues, just shoot me an email, and I'll be more than happy to get you organized so that way you can get in tonight. And I hope to see you there if it's something if you're interested in. And finally, I am very excited to show you the next block in the Fab Farm series, which is a collab that I'm doing with Shannon from Slay Art, Stephanie's from Quilting with Stephanie Stitches, and Stephen from Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter. We've had so much fun doing this. We're all doing different projects, and I've been working on different blocks each week. And this one is fun. It's the cow, and here it is. I love this one. I used Kona Pepper for the black off-white that I used for a previous project, and then some of the pink for the nose and the others as well. And I think it turned out beautifully. Let me know what you think of this one. And so I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, I would love it if you hit that like button, share with a friend, and then I always love hearing your comments. I'm reading them pretty much straight away, but it's taken me a while to catch up because I am putting out the daily videos, and it's just taking me a while to answer. But don't worry, I am definitely reading your comments. I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll see you next time.